We pulled up and anchored in the cove at San Clemente Island just before sunset. Managed to snag a few squid. It was a little tricky to do that, and it took quite a while. But as the night wore on, they got a little bit thicker and easier to catch. Light boat came in and didn't do great, made a few passes with the crowder. And then a little bit later, we noticed they started to build up under our boat. And then at the end of the night, we got a nice little float that we were able to get a good scoop of squid from. Once we got into the morning, quite a few boats were around us, and they were kind of picking away at the yellowtail.
Sorry.
It's all in a day's work. Guys still fight. Must be a decent one.
We have another one on? Guys on the bow.
Oh yeah, we got a guy in the stern and a guy in the bow. Here you can see Chris get a bite. The rod to his right's going to bend over and you'll hear the clicker. This is actually a light line white sea bass tournament. Chris here breaks off. We were using 12 and 16 and 20, and that fish got into some structure. So was a little more challenging catching these yellowtail on the lighter line. We ended up never catching a sea bass, but a few of these yellowtail gave us some trouble. These yellowtail weren't huge, but this one probably went 20 pounds. Some of them were a little bit smaller. We actually released a little one that was about 8 pounds. But good fighting fish, especially on the lighter line. I was really struggling to get this balloon away from the back of the boat. There just was no breeze. The current wasn't cooperating. As I reel it in, I get picked up by Yellowtail and you can see it dragging the balloon. So this is going to be how to rig a balloon rigged squid with an 1/8 ounce slider. So Chris casts it out. He figures he casts about 30 feet. He's going to span out another 10 arm lengths, which for him are 6 feet. So he's going to end up here with an extra 60 feet of arm lengths. So he's got 90 feet of line that he's going to put out under this balloon in order to position this squid just off the bottom in about 120 feet of water. We're using these little balloon clips to make it easier, so they're real quick on and quick off to instead of having to tie one on the line. So it worked pretty good. So I'm going to do the same thing. Just span out a good length, keep it about 90 feet deep, let the balloon out, and the squid then will be out away from the boat and suspended off the bottom a bit, just easy for the fish to see it.
They got wrapped to everybody.
Black? Maybe a black. It just seems so unusually big for this little area where there's like bass and bonita. This fish ended up breaking off on 30, so it was most likely a white sea bass. It's a rough couple days on the Yellowtail with a light line, but even on the heavy gear we couldn't seem to land some of these fish. But overall, a great couple days out at the island. Got some Yellowtail, mix it up with some other species. Overall, another great trip out to the island.